All right, Skylar, welcome to UCF. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. So, what made you decide to follow your head coach Matt Botsford here to UCF from FGCU?
Yeah, that is the golden question here today. I would not have stayed at Florida Gulf Coast University for my full 4 years if it wasn't for him. I've actually known Coach Botsford since I was probably 14 years old. I grew up going to the camps with him, and I learned a lot from him, went through the recruiting process with him, and he single-handedly has played probably the biggest role in my volleyball career. And after talking to them when I went into the transfer portal, there was no doubt in my mind that this was where I was meant to be and this was where I was meant to finish my volleyball career. And I'm so excited to be here with them for my last year.
So, what is it like now? Because sure, there might be some familiar elements here. You have Ella coming with you, of course, Coach Botsford, and Kate and Coach Kate as well.
Yeah.
But this brand new environment for you. So,
Yeah.
what's it like?
Yeah, it's definitely been a big transition for sure. I'm coming from a mid-major conference, mid-major school, a lot of differences there. However, I kind of look at it as it was a sign. I was ready for my next adventure, my next challenge. I think Coach Kate and Coach Matt were also ready for that, and I'm so glad that I could go alongside them. I think that the transition has only been made easier with this group of girls that I've been with. We have such a great support group as well of just everyone a part of athletics and the staff. I couldn't, have made this decision if it wasn't for them. So the transition has been challenging for sure, but I think it's only up from here.
How do you feel like this team really embodies your own strengths? Is there somebody on the team or multiple people on the team that kind of help you be you?
Yeah, without a doubt, I actually came here with another athlete from Florida Gulf Coast University, Ella, and she has been there with me, and we knew Matt previously, and then coming here and being able to have that support system to relate back to, but then also realize we're both here to grow and become a new version of ourselves in a new era of volleyball. But having each other as a support system has been absolutely unreal.
What is it like to make the jump? The jump. What does it mean to make that jump from mid-major to P4 volleyball player last year?
Yeah, I feel so blessed that I have this opportunity to even go from competing in the ASUN to now competing in the Big 12. Not a lot of athletes get that opportunity, and I also take it as this is my challenge, my 5th year, and I'm here to make waves in the conference, and I'm super excited about that and our new era of volleyball at UCF.
Coach talked on how his mentality is there's no rebuild. This is go to the postseason or you don't. So how do you, as a player, kind of get in that mindset as well? And he said he doesn't even have to say it to you guys anymore. So how does that kind of contribute to you?
Yeah. I think there are so many different components and personalities and pieces on our team right now. And as soon as we all combine and we mix together, it is the maximum amount of competition you could ever imagine. And he sees that, and that's what drives us. Our competition absolutely drives us to become the best athletes that we can. I also think realizing our potential is leading us to make huge strides in the gym, and knowing that we can be top half or greater in the conference. We can get a bid to the NCAA tournament. Having those big goals, we're pushing so hard. We're creating the best goals for ourselves, and I think we're actually taking really good steps to meet them.
What's it been like coming in, working with Ava Armour? She got nominated for preseason All Big 12. So what's it like to be working with her in these other years?
Yeah, getting the opportunity to play with some of these athletes is absolutely awesome. Big 12 athletes are crazy, super athletic. They have great court IQ, all of the above, and getting the opportunity to play alongside all of them from us also all over the country is just such a blessing, and I'm super excited. Like I said, we have so many different pieces this year to put the pieces of the puzzle together and see how far we can go.
With the season right around the corner, do you feel like this team is game ready?
Yeah, we're closing in on the back half of our preseason, and I would definitely say we are making some huge steps towards top half of the conference or greater, and I think I think we're ready, honestly. We're starting to come up with those, game-like rotations and doing game-like situations. And when you see that, it's like sparks are flying. So I think we're ready.
Coach talked on the court IQ as well as you. What are some things that you believe is this team's strengths?
Yeah, I think just our ability to communicate, our ability to play every position. We have a lot of hitters that are just utility players. You throw them in left side, right side, back row. They're able to do it all, and that is what you need. You need players that can move on their feet, adapt on their feet. The game of volleyball is all about analyzing what's going on and making quick changes based on that. So I think that is probably one of our greatest strengths. If we see somewhere that we're lacking in, we immediately talk about it, make the adjustment, and we work towards fixing it.
Well, who really stood out to you when you first got here? Like in terms of that you see this core group of players, still at UCF from last season. When you, as a newcomer, who among the returners here to UCF really stood out to you?
Yeah. To be completely honest, I was not very familiar with the previous history of UCF volleyball. When I came on my visit, I got to know Ava, Sasha, and Abby. Those three were really awesome. They gave me a lot of really good feedback. They were super positive about the impact that the newcomers can have this coming season, and also just the potential we have for the Big 12, and getting to hear their vision of what they wanted to see and what they think we could achieve. I knew right then that these were my people here, the same drive and competition. So getting to see all those returners that wanted to see new traditions made, new cultures made, that really drove me to want to come here too.
What's the biggest thing the UCF fans should know about you?
Oh wow.
Or what's something you want them to know about you?
Okay. I am super competitive in anything I do. Literally anything. If it has to do with my brothers, with my roommates, it does not matter. It could be the simplest of tasks. I'm super competitive about it.
So, all brothers?
Yes, I have two older brothers.
So what's it like being the youngest sibling and the only girl of that house?
Yeah, I definitely think it has helped shape me for who I am today, my personality. I can be a little spicy at times, but I think that's kind of where it comes from. Definitely my sense of competition and just wanting to be heard also. I'm very loud on the court. I'm very, make my presence known. So I think that definitely played a role in that.
Who's somebody that, we have, of course, Abby and Ava and yourself here, but who's somebody that UCF fans maybe haven't seen as much of, or maybe it's a little understated that you think it's a story for a big year?
Yeah, I have to say Ella Chapman. She is one of the best volleyball players that I've gotten to play alongside. She actually transferred here with me from Florida Gulf Coast University, and she's a force to be reckoned with, and I'm super excited for her to be a part of the Big 12.
What does this team need to do from now until the season starts to be where it wants to be?
I think just continuing to work on trust and bond. That is probably one of the biggest things in volleyball. If you don't have that, it doesn't matter if you have the volleyball skills or not. So definitely building on that, but then also just working on the small things. Small things add up to big things, and whether we're in the gym working on blocking and it's just hand positioning, or passing and it's our angles, every little thing adds up. So I think taking those small steps are going to lead to big goals.
All right, awesome. Best of luck this season, Skylar.
Thank you.